Tyler Snodgrass.
This is how
we're
starting. I hope the first thing. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
This is Tyler Snodgrass.
That's who I am.
I'm Tyler Snodgrass too, I guess.
Yeah, we're both Tyler Snodgrasses today.
When you think about it, aren't we all just kind of Tyler Snodgrasses?
You know what?
Tyler Snodgrasses.
I think in this world we should all unite a little better and just think of ourselves as all Tyler Snodgrass.
Be a Tyler Snodgrass.
That is an awkward.
That's a good way to start it.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man.
Good. You having a good day?
I'm having a good day. I didn't have to work today, so I got to sleep in. I'm almost done with Breaking Bad because I'm real late to the game, and I'm just.
How's it going for you?
I'm real stressed. I've been stressed out since I started it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm emotionally affected by the show.
Where are you at?
I'm 2 episodes away from being done with the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah.
I almost said what I almost spoiled. I won't say where I'm at.
You almost spoiled it for the people who were like, "Why the fuck are they talking about Breaking Bad?"
Still, yeah. After all this time,
I came here to see sad people.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Breaking Bad makes you sad.
It makes
Breaking sad.
A lot. There's a lot of emotions.
Oh, yeah.
It's been mostly. Here's the thing about me and Breaking Bad is like I can't stop watching it since I started, but also I disagree with every decision every character makes.
Yeah.
Like I empathize with no one.
Yeah.
I'm just like no matter what circumstances change, I'm like everything you're doing is wrong. I'm very judgmental when I watch the show.
Welcome to Talking Bad in a Fort.
Talking Bad in a Fort. This fort's amazing, by the way. I can't
you.
compliment this fort.
I do all right for myself.
Yeah.
With
you
the
nailed
forts.
it. Have you thought? What's your job? Your real job?
I work for a t-shirt company.
Okay.
But I think I should be an architect.
I was gonna say you should consider architecture
this
or
is some real shit.
Scout leader or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something where people will question my entire life choice. And everything,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
other than stand-up.
I was gonna say you're in comedy, so already that's the case.
Yeah,
timed drinks. Yeah. That's what this
time drinking.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah. I wanted to have you on because I know that you had you have a big one. You know, like, and everybody you have a big basically why you're here is I heard you have a big penis. And,
yeah. And I will reveal it to YouTube now.
Shit. I gotta put an NSFW tag on this one, or 18 and older on YouTube. However that works. Can you put penises on YouTube?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
I haven't searched.
Well, let's find out. But yeah, like obviously, like everybody has like the big breakup. Some of them are worse. Some people are lucky and don't have the really bad big one, but everybody has a big one in terms of the scale of things. But see, do you want to just tell your story?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Please interject because I'm curious how you grew up in Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm curious how our lives were different.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
I talk about this all the time with my friends. It's like my only point of reference. But I grew up in like such a religious area.
Yeah.
That I felt from a very young age this kind of like pressure.
Where was that in?
Springfield, Missouri is the name of the town, which according to this thing I read is the 4th most Bible-minded city in America. I don't know, but that's
what does it mean to be Bible-minded? Just means you're walking out constantly.
Yeah. I don't know if that means it's like you go to church a lot, or you're like hyper-Christian, or you just like are aware of the Bible.
Okay.
But anyway, that's what this.
You know the Bible exists.
Yeah, I believe in the Bible existing as a book. So it was like a pretty religious area, and I grew up real religious. So I felt like, if not pressure, then like a real kind of like nudging encouragement to like get married, like fall in love and make kids as soon as possible, like get comfortable in your adult life as soon as possible.
So that's not too much different because I grew up Catholic.
There you go.
I'm like Irish Catholic from the South Side in a really devoutly Catholic neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So and Catholics are the same way.
So you had like friends in high school that they got married when they were like 18, 19, that kind of stuff?
Not that young, but I did have a friend who did get married when she was in high school, but it was because her boyfriend was older than us and he was going to the army and she wanted to get the military benefits, but
one of those.
One of those ones. No, you do. You get like a lot of people who stay behind in that neighborhood, and it's just like I gotta get married and have 3.5 kids.
Exactly.
And, and be their dads.
Sure. Yeah. I'm like I'm gonna be a dad and a father. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And like so for a long time I grew up thinking like, well, that's what you do, right? Like you graduate high school, and during college you meet the person you're gonna marry.
Right.
Then you got a 4-year to 5-year window to find the one. You get married either in your last year of college or like in the next couple of years. You have kids sometime between 25 and like 32, and that's your life.
If there's ever a time to make the best decisions in your life, it's your early 20s.
Right. Well, that's when you're a teenager and you're like you grow up just like around. You grow up with like purity rings and stuff. It's like that's what you think. It's like, well, I mean, sex is not an option until we're married. Mm-hmm. So let's knock this out young. Let's go ahead and do it while we're teens, and it'll be great.
See, that's funny because like where I'm from, there's like a lot of Catholic high schools, and there's tons of teen pregnancies where I'm from. Yeah, like big time. So it was always really funny because it was like devoutly Catholic, but then there was always like some girl getting pregnant. So like there's a high school in near there called Queen of Peace, but people call it Queen of Pregnancy because like so many girls would get knocked up like from there, like, and I knew girls that went there, but none of them got pregnant. So I got a cat in the foreground. Get out of here.
We got a cat fort.
PETA, I didn't hit my cat. I just nudged her tail. Please do not.
I saw her face. She liked it.
She was like, "All right, Dad."
There's a love patch.
She's like, "Fair enough, Dad." So devoutly Christian.
Right.
You're finding the one in college.
Yeah. So I meet a girl who I become like instantly very good friends with when I'm in college, and she's like dating a dude for a while. So I don't like consider this thing an option. It's just like we're real good friends. And after we've been friends for like, I don't know, a year and a half or 2 years, they break up. And I'm like, oh, here we go.
Oh shit. Snodgrass time.
Tie is coming. Tie coming. It's tie time. That's what it is. Tiber's gonna make this girl fall in love with him.
I like to imagine you just sat there for 5 minutes straight and came up with Tyler nicknames to call yourself. Old Tywin Lannister.
Snodzilla's not a monster. He just wants to be loved. I definitely did like sit down and think like, all right, how do I get this girl who likes me to love me? Like that was definitely like.
That's how it works too.
I thought, how do I trick her? It was definitely like trickery. I had like these ideas like, well, if we hang out enough and do like coupley things, we'll just evolve into a couple at some point.
Bowling.
So we walked our dogs together at some point.
So you're like, oh, if we act like a married couple in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah. Like make sandwiches together and stuff. Like
make sandwiches.
That's what I want to do anyway with the girl who's special. So we eventually did start dating like a while. I was like such a gentleman. I thought I would like waited a real long time to like try to ask her out, give her time to heal from the previous breakup.
Yeah, sure.
And so we started dating, and I mean we ended up only really dating for like 6 or 7 months, but the kicker is like she was my best friend. Like she really was. Like, and so somewhere in that time, like just because of the way I was raised, like that's my filter through which I filter everything through this idea that now that I've met my best friend and I'm romantically involved with her, shoot, I guess I'm gonna marry her. Like, isn't that what you do? Like in 3 years we'll get married. Like that's the idea. And I don't think, I mean, we're still friends now, that's good. Which is good. We still talk every now and then. I don't know if she ever liked me as much as I liked her. Which, to be fair, I liked her a lot. Like it was probably unreasonable, like how into it I was.
No, that happens. That's happened to me a lot of times.
Sure, yeah. And I was 21, and I'd never had a long relationship before, so like I didn't know how to be open or really express myself. It was less of like, let's have fun and like each other, and more of like, Tyler, don't screw this up because this is like the girl you've been waiting for.
This is the one.
I put a lot of pressure on myself not to screw up. So I inevitably screwed up.
Right.
For one reason or another. But I remember, so I went with my family on this trip for spring break. It was my last semester of college, and she had just graduated the semester before. So I was student teaching, because I was a high school English teacher for a little bit. I was gone for a week, and I come back, and we hang out for a day. And at the time, I was doing a lot of short form improv at this theater in Missouri. I was
like the coolest dude.
Just playing, buzz and emotions.
She was not yes-anding this relationship.
She was not yes-anding this relationship. No, she was wanted no part of it. All right. I thought she was. Really, she denied. I don't know. Anyway, your metaphor was good.
Sorry.
I don't need to add on to it. So we like hang out. We hadn't seen each other in like 8 or 9 days or something.
Okay.
And so we hang out, and I remember she was like, "Tell me all about your trip." So we're like hanging out. We're like cuddling on a couch and just like talking. And after a while, she's like, "Hey, can we talk in your room for a second?" And I'm like, "It's either gonna be like sexy time or this is real bad."
It's real bad.
I don't know.
She's gonna talk to my dick.
So like, where are we going with this? So anyway, she broke up with me. That's what's going on in the room.
Was anybody around?
I think.
Why did she make you?
Oh yeah, I think one of my roommates came home, which is why she was trying to protect me from public humiliation. So
think your roommate was gonna beat you up afterwards?
Yeah, like nerd, you
where you go,
keep
pussy?
a girl. So she broke up with me, and like I was kind of in shock. And she was like crying, and she felt terrible about it. And I think I wound up apologizing, like, no, I'm sorry, like it's fine, you don't need to cry. Like I was like comforting her or something. And then 30 minutes later, I did a short form improv show.
Oh shit! It was real dark.
Yeah.
Like, can I get a suggestion from the audience of how I should kill myself?
Yeah. Can I get a suggestion of a thing you drink? Alcohol. I heard poison. All right, thank you. So that happened.
Be like, okay, we are guy who has nothing to live for. We're gonna do improv for you for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna hang myself.
And then I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah.
So this is the first and last time you'll see this show and me. So after that show, my friends took me to an 80s cover band concert to make me feel better, which it was great. It was super fun. And then I just went home and cried. It's like all my favorite songs were playing, and then I was like, "This is the best time." I just went home and cried.
You cried it's like Rick Springfield.
Yeah,
damn it.
Just playing like the Outfield and Michael Jackson and Poison and just crying through all of it.
Because it's funny because like the story you're telling, there's like keywords it's like there's keywords that are like, oh, that's the South Side. So like you're like 80s cover band South Side Chicago. But yeah, like because I had something like I had my first real big I had a bunch of girlfriends in high school because I was real cool and.
Whoa! At like the same time? That kind of cool?
No. One after another.
Just serial dating?
One after another because I really like Taking Back Sunday, so I really wanted to appreciate all of their songs. So let's put myself through some abuse.
Right. I was listening to Rush, so like girls were not on my radar at all. I was more into like trees and future cars. Anyway, go ahead.
You're trying to make out with a girl to like a 3.5 minute Neil Peart drum solo.
Yeah, I'm swishing my tongue in her mouth 7-8 times. And she's like, "What are you doing?"
Like some people are like side B of like Zeppelin 2. Yeah. It's like yours is like when he starts hitting that kettlebell for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So okay. So you guys are friends still.
We're friends still. Oh yeah. So we broke up. This is it. So and like the breakup was bad. She wanted to move away.
Okay.
Which is a good call. I wound up doing that.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to move to Chicago back then. but I kind of made this deal with myself. I was like, I'm only going to move if I don't get a job once I graduate and if I'm heartbroken. And I wound up getting offered a job. So 2 out of 3 wasn't good enough for me to move. So I taught for 2 years. And I was offered the job, so I wouldn't start for like 4 more months when the school year started again. And in that time, she moved to Portland. And she moved like a dude. They weren't living together, but like a dude moved with her, and like they were dating now. And it was like not very long, like not long at all after we broke up. And so it was not only like I was rejected and broken up with by this person, but like it was like, oh God, like I didn't get that invitation. Like we never even talked about it.
Yeah.
So.
See, I had similar stuff too. Like my big breakup. Like before the one that just happened,
right?
That was kind of the same thing. Like it was like really soon after she started dating like another guy. Yeah. And the guy was like exactly like me too.
Oh, this guy was not like me. Well, I mean, like I kind of knew him. Like he was a good guy actually. But we weren't, like, he was, like, more of a man than I was. Like, he had, like, a beard, and, like, I don't, like, this is the best I can do now, but, like, at the time, like, he was, like, a hairy dude, and, like, was older, and, like, just generally manlier than me.
I like that that's true.
Like, I think she wanted someone
that's what makes you a man, is to have a beard and be older.
Well, I mean, I was, like, I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
I'm very dainty. And especially so when I was 21. So, but yeah, I don't know. He was just like he was a more mature person.
Okay.
I was, for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she's moved, and I like kind of helped her move, like helping move herself.
Oh
man. And so we tried to be friends because we had been friends for so long. But it sucked. I like missed her so much whenever we talk. Like it was like painful. So I was like, hey, we can't talk for a while. I'll let you know when we can. Because I missed her too much. I was never going to get over her if I kept like talking to her and just like every time she'd make a joke, I'd be like, oh, that's why I liked you in the first place. That can't happen. So I didn't talk to her for like 9 months or something that. And then we started talking again, and we've like kept up communication since. But I was like real depressed and like lonely for a while. But that like being forced into that and like having to focus on having like a teaching job when I was so young and like having to accept all this responsibility all of a sudden, like I think like really made me a better person. Like I probably wouldn't have moved here or I wouldn't be like the writer I am, or like I wouldn't have the personality I have or anything if it weren't for that breakup and having to like be alone with myself.
I had the same thing because like being on the like I was engaged, so like
that blows my mind.
So I was all it blows my mind too. She said yes, and
how did you propose?
Oh Jesus, I
can't wait.
I filmed a video of me talking about our relationship and everything, and basically saying how much I loved her. And then there was this arts center on the south side that had a huge movie theater inside of it, because they would do like part of the Chicago Film Festival there. Okay. And I convinced them to let me use their projector, and I took her to the theater and projected the movie.
Was anyone else in the theater?
No.
Oh, that's
it was just us. I just imagine it was like, because that theater, if there was, it would just be some old, like 3 old dudes, and they'd just be like, what the fuck is this? What is this?
Or they'd be like, this is like some high art.
No, I told her, because at the time when I was trying to make this independent film, and the theater had agreed to let me use their like theater room to like test footage out. So I told her, I was like, oh, I gotta test this footage out. Do you want to come with me? And she was like, no, I don't want to go with. And I had to convince her. I had the ring in my pocket, and I had to convince her
to be like, I think you're really gonna like this.
No, you really need to come watch this shitty footage that I shot. And then that happened. But fast forward a year or so or whatever, and it ended.
How close? Sorry to interrupt. How close were you to the wedding?
About 9 months.
Woo!
Then it happened, and then 2 of my friends were about to move up here, and they were just like, dude, just move up here with us. And I had wanted to move up here really bad, but I had almost kind of accepted the fact that I was probably going to be stuck on the south side forever, which is what I did not want, or I'd end up in the suburbs or whatever. So I jumped on it right away and I moved up here, and if I didn't, I think about just in terms of just being surrounded by this stand-up world around here, and at the time I was doing comic books too, and I met so many people. Just it was a completely different world. So yeah, going back to with yours, people don't often think about the positive cause and effect of getting out of a relationship. Is that sometimes opportunity, sometimes you don't realize that person was holding you back from doing something, and that you get those opportunities opened up for you.
Yeah.
And I think we have kind of similar.
For sure.
Exactly. So.
And that's a thing I've thought about a lot since I've had so many friends who have gotten married so young. I think there's people who are ambitious until they fall in love, and then they settle.
Right.
And then there's people who are ambitious even after they fall in love. There's people who are not ambitious regardless, and then maybe there's people who are only ambitious after they're well, love's not real anymore. Let's find something else to make me happy.
Oh, love's bullshit? It's a bullshit construct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if it's a thing we invented to make ourselves feel better about death, all right, I guess I'll do comedy.
Cool, I'm gonna do improv.
Yeah.
Oh, an IO. Oh, you're breaking up with me? Sign me up for IO.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn the Herald now.
Oh man.
I'm gonna do an organic opening about how much of a slut you are.
Oh, sure.
She was not a slut. That's it. I'm not talking about the one. I'm not talking about her.
You are.
Not talking about her.
You are not. I don't know you, but I have a feeling you're not a slut. So.
No, she's great.
I bet she is.
I've never met a slut. I don't use that word.
No.
Can we edit this out?
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
Nope. Well, yeah, you feel good about.
Dude, I feel good.
About that?
Yeah.
In the fort.
Dude, I would. This is the best I've ever felt talking about it.
Oh, buddy, come here, man. There's nobody else here right now, and I'm hugging them.
No, it's just us and this cat.
Us and a cat and a tripod.
What's your cat's name?
Her name is Twist.
That's the coolest name for a cat. Twist.
Twist. Right? She's like, I don't give a fuck.
She doesn't know her name, does she?
Probably not.
Okay.
All right. It's good, buddy. Thank you.
Man.
Thanks for being here with me.
Dude, you're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Is there anything you wanna plug? Anything?
Plug?
Industry stuff?
When's this coming out?
Probably tomorrow.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'll say this. What's tomorrow? Thursday?
Yeah.
On Saturday, I co-produce a storytelling show with some other good comics, and
it's an awesome show.
We have comics and normal people on also.
Normies. Yeah.
Some normies, some muggles on.
Some well-adjusted humans.
Yeah, and we all tell our most embarrassing stories.
Oh, awesome.
It's called We Still Like You, and there's a Facebook event. You can search for it on Facebook. And there's free beer and live art, and it's a super good time. And we party afterwards.
Hell yeah.
And actually,
we sing Billy Joel songs.
We sing Billy Joel songs. Are you coming?
Yeah, I'm going to come. I'll be there.
Dave's going to be there.
I'll be there, guys. So you know it now. You know it's good.
You know it's got the Dave Losso fort endorsement.
It's got the seal of approval of a man who's living in a fort.
Anyway, that's it.
Tyler Snodgrass.
Dave Losso.
Buddy.
Twist.
Yes.
And scene. All right.
That was good.